was a little bit woody and more unisex, and I just looked up online the notes, and I realized that there's basically nothing in common with the Born in Roma and the Born in Roma Coral Fantasy. Literally the only note they have in common is jasmine. Isn't it funny when they will have like a flanker of a perfume and it has nothing, and it basically smells nothing like the original? Isn't that funny? I personally wouldn't do that. Like, I would just call this a whole new perfume. And honestly, the original Born in Roma is in a very similar bottle. Looks basically the same, just different colored liquid. But that bottle really fits with the smell of the Born in Roma. Whereas the Coral Fantasy, this bottle doesn't really fit, in my opinion. Like, this is way too badass looking for the way that this smells. This is just like fresh and fun and fruity and sweet. And honestly, it doesn't really match the bottle in my opinion, but I love the bottle. I love these bottles. They're amazing for ASMR. Speaking of, I do not have the cap for this. I received this just recently from Mercari.com, and I received it with three or four other perfumes that were partially used. I actually was expecting this to be just the original Born in Roma. I did not know it was the Coral Fantasy, and the seller did not advertise it as the Coral Fantasy, so that was a surprise. But either way, I have to return this because that seller, I don't think they packaged their items adequately, and one of the bottles broke and spilled all over everything else. So I washed this a bunch of times, and it finally does not smell like the broken bottle of YSL Montpellier that broke over everything else. But anyway, I don't think that I would keep this even if I didn't have to return it. I do like it, but like I said, I'm not like crazy enough about it. Like, I'm really trying to only keep the perfumes that I absolutely adore. And I do like this, but I'm not going nuts about it. But it is a very fun, summery scent for sure. Okay, so before we get into the fragrance itself, I did try to dress on theme. This is the only shirt that I have that is anything close to the color of coral. It's kind of like a salmon. I guess salmon and coral are close, but I think of salmon as a little lighter, so I would call this salmon. And then I've got these earrings. These are more like a pink, like a peachy pink, but anyway, they were the only thing that I had that was closest. I wanted to wear, I have some seashell earrings that I almost wore. They're going to be in the thumbnail of this video, because when I heard coral, I just thought of the beach, but I realized this perfume doesn't really have anything beachy about it. It's fruity, but it's not even really like tropical. Well, I don't know, is kiwi tropical? I'm not honestly sure. If kiwi is tropical, then I guess we could say this is tropical, but basically I decided to not go with the shell earrings because I thought I should just stick with something that's more the right color. So anyway, here is this lovely bottle. I really like the bottle, but like I said, I don't think it really matches the vibe of the scent. Particularly this black studded top part here. It's really nice, but I don't really think it matches the vibe of the scent. This piece here is like leather. It's sort of like a fake leather look. So, like I said, this matched the original Born in Roma. The smell, it did, but it does not match this smell base notes, we have white musk and Texas cedar. So we have two musks in here. We have the ambrette and we have the white musk. And we also have Texas cedar in the base. So I do get the musk. It's a musky perfume. It's really nice because the fruity notes are very bright and juicy and sweet and playful, and then the musk just makes it all a little bit softer and smooth and balances it out a little bit, brings it a little bit back down to earth. I'm not really sure that I get the cedar. I think I mainly get the musks. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. Mostly the kiwi, the orange, and the musk, and the ambrette. Let's go ahead and see what other people are smelling on Fragrantica. So it shows that they are smelling number 1, the kiwi, number 2, the orange, number 3, musk, then jasmine, then rose, then the ambrette, and then cedar. So it's pretty similar to what I'm saying. This is, in a nutshell, this is fruity, sweet, a little bit musky, and like just fresh and fun. Great summer perfume. Like, this is totally summer vibes. Yeah. It is a little bit tropical, but in a way that works for me. I've mentioned in some of my other videos that I like tropical scents, but if it has coconut, it has to have just a little bit of coconut. Otherwise, I don't know if it's because it reminds me of sunscreen, and I don't really want to smell like sunscreen or something else, but I like coconut in very small doses. So this has no coconut, so it's perfect, and I guess it is a little tropical because of the kiwi and orange. I don't know, but it does list tropical as a main accord. So okay, let's go ahead and look at some statistics on Fragrantica, see what people have to say about this. So this has a rating of 3.85 out of 5 with 554 votes. So that's a pretty decent rating, pretty average, but good, average in an average way. It doesn't have a whole lot of ratings yet, but that's because this was launched in 2022. So I don't know when, maybe at the beginning of the year. So this is only about a year old. So that being said, it's probably selling decently. Okay, so like I said, this is definitely a summertime fragrance, also daytime, also spring, but more so summer because it's so fruity. I only got a chance to wear this once, and I didn't even really do a full spray, but I have to return this, like I said, unfortunately, so I didn't really get a chance to wear it and really be able to test it myself, but I do remember that I didn't think it had the best longevity. I thought that the orange and the kiwi sort of left after not too long, and I was more so left with just sort of are saying that this is definitely more on the feminine side. I agree with that. Okay, people are saying that this has a decent but maybe slightly overpriced price value. I can see that. I can understand why people might think that. I feel like this is the sort of scent you could find in a celebrity perfume, like something sweet, fruity, fresh. I feel like you could definitely find this in like a celebrity perfume, and it would not cost as much. So, okay. By the way, there is also, it looks like there's also the Valentino Born in Roma. I think it's called Yellow Dream. Yeah, Born in Roma, Yellow Dream. And I do believe that I have smelled a sample of that. I believe it was musky as well. Yeah, I'm looking and it has top note of lemon, middle note of rose, and base note of white musk. Again, it has like literally nothing in common with the original Born in Roma. Does anybody know why they do that? Why you make a flanker that is just a whole different perfume, but you put it under the same name? Is that literally just for marketing? They're like, oh, people liked Born in Roma, let's just use the name again. I don't know, it's odd to me, but anyway. Okay, so let's go ahead and read a few reviews as we do. So, okay, somebody who likes this says, as another viewer stated, Jolly Ranchers is a great description of choral fantasy. It's bright and fruity. I get a lot of the orange and jasmine to follow it up. Perfect for summer, whereas I'd say the original is more for fall. Yellow Dream falls somewhere in between for me. Okay. Somebody who does not like this says, the Texas cedar in this is authentic, sprayed it on my wrist without checking the ingredient list first, and was instantly beset by massive congestion, coughing, runny nose, and my wrist has broken out where the spray touched. Massive allergen for those that live where these trees exist in the landscape. Wow, okay, that's interesting, because I didn't really smell the cedar myself, but I guess, it's in here. So if you have a cedar allergy, beware. Okay, somebody who feels meh about could see